Do we have any more questions?
Yeah, they're gonna come up. Keep the line open.
I don't want to... I mean, we can't really wait too long or he'll get impatient.
He'll just turn the telephone off.
Whenever you're talking to him like this, he hears that sort of annoying phone to like doot, doot, doot. So you just leave it hanging.
No,
Mom
you
says
hear
to hang up.
you hear like Marcus like putting his hand over the receiver on the sword, and you can hear the muffled tones of the rest of the party. Ask him that. It's like, no, I can't ask that.
Man, why is my paladin such a tool?
The fucking idiot.
But
anything else?
We should come to more.
Can you send me on the place again, Malachi?
I certainly can. It's pretty far away. So.
That is not a question to the sword.
Well, so the key is in the mountain. Well, how...
It's a start.
It's a start. Well, get a fire elemental, cast Death Ward, make it walk in and see what happens.
I will expend the spell slots for that. Click and click. There you go. Another fire elemental appears.
He has
Does Death Ward save it?
Yes,
That's not Asmodeus.
It seems so.
Okay.
Or maybe the goop has tried to figure out what you're doing. Who knows?
So, So
we could ask if the goop is intelligent.
Smart goop.
Is the goop sentient? That's not the worst question in the world.
It really isn't.
Do you have
Go on.
Do you have extend DDS on your spell, like to double?
I have an extend rod.
Yeah. Because a few extended death wards might be a thing.
Which will make it last for just over half an hour, which is not that long.
We need to move quickly if we're going to do that. You know.
Can you ask?
I'll ask Asmodeus if the goop is sentient or intelligent.
Yes and no.
Damn it! Shouldn't talk in front of it then.
Zacharias, could you see if the goop stops teleportation? Specifically out of it?
Sure. Zacharias will walk in further into the goop. And then we'll try to do a little dimension door out.
Stop doing that, Manikai.
At some point you will not notice anymore. Zacharias can dimension door out.
Poof. Aha.
It like drips off of him.
It goes back into the goop.
Wind sort of trying to...
This is fine.
Puts down a beach chair here, sits down with Marcus.
It's kind of like a tide though, because the problem is like right now we're on the nice beach, and my perspective, like you're in the water, but soon
this is sort of the evaporated zone, and this is the liquid zone.
Sure.
Okay, so you're on a beach chair like this, and it's approaching you.
So we ask 11 questions.
We've got 11 asked. We're on our 12th if we want to ask another one.
Well, we could ask if, maybe it's just weak beings that can't survive in there.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I don't know if I'd count on it. Will this destroy any life that enters it? Regardless of strength. Okay.
No.
Oh.
Regardless of strength.
So, I guess, should I ask another question to specify that
will it destroy anything with less than 19 hit dice?
No, to specify that will powerful beings such as us, well, not us like me and Zacharias, but like them.
These guys over there.
The puny fleshlings.
Can the Livies survive?
These ones.
Should I ask that question, do you think?
I think so.
Why not? I like that my slur for them is stuck.
Are the living members of my party strong enough to survive?
No.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, there goes that.
Should we ask if this is going to attract the dragon?
Like
he said he would.
Will Antharia draw this out of fighting, or will this draw Antharia out of fighting?
Maybe.
I could ask that. Oh, well, I guess that's a question.
You know what?
When sort of Marcus asks himself a question, he doesn't really distinguish a whole lot between asking a question and asking a question.
Like you need to specifically say to the group, or
Mhm.
No, I mean we have to stop this, but do we have to do it now?
Asmodeus said yes.
Asmodeus says we have to stop it, but not when.
Probably before it destroys everything.
Well, yeah, of course, but if it's going to draw out Anfera, then that would be excellent, because
Well-
Anfera is like the
well,
last
but-
thing that opposes Tellingat.
But look, every time Manikai moves us, that's when it comes closer. That's pretty fast.
That's like 3 meters a minute.
That's a lot.
Tellingat is big. We don't need the northern half.
We actually do.
We might have some very annoyed allies if we don't.
No, we won't, because they'll be gone.
Well, not if they invade.
Oh, it's too bad that your land disappeared under Death Cloud. Oh, where?
Can't fix everything.
Oh, we need to fix this.
I mean, I don't think we need to fix it like right exactly now, but I mean, soon as possible.
We need to get to work on this, especially if we've only got half an hour we can dive in at a time.
Right. How long is Death Ward normally? Just minutes?
Yeah, it's a minute plus.
Do we have any more questions? Because I don't want to.
Well,
That's obvious.
I kind of want to ask a question, because if maybe this is only outside, maybe it's not inside. So, maybe you guys could go in there, make it familiar,
could.
teleport out, and teleport us in.
Yeah, I could hang up on Asmodeus and we could go check that out.
I mean, Zacharias has spells, and he can stand in this stuff no problem. He could go inside, check it out, see if there's any reason for us to come down there in the first place. And if so, just send a message to Chiron, Chiron scries him, and then teleports to him.
I kind of want Marcus to go with him, though.
I don't want to keep Asmodeus waiting too long, so we should ask the rest of our questions if we have any.
Ask him that if living beings can survive inside it.
He said no.
No, she means inside the mountain, but I don't
Inside
think
the mountain.
Maybe.
I don't. Okay.
Yeah,
I
but the mountain is full of
wasn't
goop.
going to ask it.
We
but
don't know that if it's full of goop.
Yeah, we do. He wasn't. He took a look inside.
Who?
Marcus.
I did when I flew over there.
No, you didn't go inside of it.
Goop
I didn't
was
go
like
inside.
rolling out
But
of
I
it.
saw that it's like
Yeah, but maybe it's like a waterfall.
What?
Maybe it's like a waterfall.
No, it came out of the tunnels.
Yeah, but we don't know. Maybe it's stopped inside. Maybe it's only at the beginning of the tunnels that it's coming out of.
I don't.
Yeah,
think
it
that-
doesn't have to act like a liquid, Jonas. It could be like, I don't know.
You are certainly free to go and check.
Well, no, you are.
I mean, we can't.
What do you have to fear? You can breathe in this stuff.
Stop breathing is the problem here.
Anyway, are there any more questions?
Asmodeus said maybe that we can be inside the mountain.
Yeah, I think that means he doesn't know.
He just doesn't want to tell us that. I don't know.
I think is that all we've got for him then?
Well,
How was your day been?
it's gonna
Don't ask.
destroy you.
You could ask, would you rather we stop Anfaria or this?
I don't think it's either or.
I think it's both. Would be the answer.
It's definitely both.
At least first.
I think we.
I don't know if like I don't know
Just
if
be
we
both
can stop Antharia before this consumes the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know that.
I don't know it, but I don't think it.
If Anfaria is in the same spot as we are currently, which I think she is, she will also consider trying to stop this because it's going to eat everyone. And if we just wait longer than she does, basically playing like
We'll play chicken.
playing chicken with Anfaria, see who wants to stop this first, and then we just wait until she acts, and then we win.
If she acts, she might just leave.
I don't think she will. She cares too much about this land. Otherwise, she would have left like a long time ago.
You could ask if Anfar is going to intervene, if she's going to.
We already did ask, and he said maybe.
Where can we find a way for our living members to survive the goop?
We already asked.
No, we ask where the key to stop it is.
Yeah, and the key to
Sit
stop it is inside. But how the key to make you survive it? We didn't ask.
We already found that out at Deathward. It's basically what we've got.
He said maybe. And Diff Ward won't work for that long. We can't do that.
Yeah, if we go Deathward, we need to do literally a lightning strike. We need to go in and out real quick.
So we need a better solution.
How many Death Wards can you cast?
Depends how much of my spell list I devote to it.
Well, what's your maximum amount?
Well, for level 4s, if in a single day, that would be 8 times. And then, of course, I'd start breaching into my level 5s and 6s and etc. etc.
Mm-hmm. You could make it last for all 3 of you for an hour at least, right?
Yeah, I could manage an hour with using all my slots.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to use all your slots. You have an extend rod, which is 3 casts, which is well. So we got
18
one
minutes each,
extended death ward each,
which is
Which
18
is 30
minutes.
minutes each.
Oh yes, 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes.
30-something minutes each,
30
and then
6.
2 more each would be another 6, like in the worst case scenario. And the thing is, we only need to plan for the like trip inside of the mountain and not outside, because we can hopefully just teleport outside. And if not, then we all die.
You know, if my,
That would be
my
I
magic
still-
sand.
I still think we might as well ask the question that Jonas asked, because we have questions left and we don't know what to do with it.
Why I'm nervous about is that if we're gonna go up against a tyrant, he's a powerful spellcaster. He might look at you and be like, "Ah, dispel magic, remove the death ward," and then you're like, "Blah." Then you're just dead.
Well, you can do that to any spell we use then.
Yeah, but if we have, say, there might be an item or there might be a secret to get you, like, oh, if you eat the holy crystal of so and so, you can survive for.
Let's not eat anything that's holy.
Anyway, I think you might as well ask the question: is there a way for our living members to?
Now, where is
Well,
the
key to
get
Where
our
is
living
the
members
way?
If he says death, that's just a terrible joke.
So the question is, this is to the group and not to Asmodeus. Where is the location where we can find the way to not die in the goop? Basically.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was Asmodeus, I really wouldn't appreciate questions like that. Because it's like, you are supposed to be my minions. Figure it out yourself.
Well, then he shouldn't have made an open line to.
That's his mistake, really.
If you want us to stop this, we need to find out how. And we kind of don't know. So I think we might as well. We have 5 questions left, and we don't know what to do with them.
Could we do a miracle? I don't suppose so.
Yeah, one thing I'm questioning is, could we use like a miracle? Because typically Death Ward is a level 4 spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a miracle can replicate any effect of a level 8 or 9 kind of spell kind of area. So could we make a more powerful version?
Like,
Could we make like a death ward? A miracle would create a death ward that lasts a day, maybe.
Or at least maybe hours per level. Very good.
That's basically a day.
Basically. But would that be possible, Malachi?
A miracle? An hour per level death ward? Yeah. That would be a reasonable use of it.
Okay.
Inventing a new spell on the spot that is the same as a 4th level spell, but lasting, two
longer.
times more. Yeah. Well, 2 times categories more. Yeah, I go with that.
Okay. So in theory, I could create really long duration death wards by burning my level 9 slots, but I don't tend to use them too much anyway.
should I
On the plus side,
hang up on Asmodeus then?
trying to dispel those would probably be very difficult also because they're level 9 spells. So probably
They are pretty damn potent spells.
unless he casts Madius Disjunction, because then it's just gone. But
Especially since if they'll be hours per level, I have a way I can make them I can raise the cast level up to 21 on those. So yeah, it's not running out.
Then again, from what I know of the
Right.
Tyrant, he doesn't really use his spells that much. He is more of a
Right.
like soul-sucking horror these days.
I would like your sword, please.
That's basically what it
Well,
does,
he
yes.
doesn't have any hands.
Nope, he doesn't have a spell book really, he just has...
I'm gonna
He has a
hang
very
up
big
the sword,
brain.
guys. You guys are just chatting it up while Asmodeus is like, "Is there anything else, mortal servant?" And I'm like,
I think we can probably cut it at this point.
"Yeah."
So
Hi,
this-
Asmodeus.
The speller.
Love you.
hang up the
Sure.
sword.
I'm gonna take so much shit for that.
No, you won't.
Your long distance phone bill is going to be so expensive when you get to hell.
Yeah, you guys are just dilly-dallying about.
He can't,
Like,
he can't stay
can
mad at you too
play with
long. You're his
miracles.
favorite.
Well, we have our solution here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure. Let's
I
just
don't
take
want-
a look then, I suppose.
I will add that I do not want to be the first one to go in there with Death Ward.
We should send
Pirate.
our most fortuitous fort heavy person in.
You currently have the most hit
Serious?
points. You have the most
Yeah.
hit points.
Hit points won't matter against something that kills things.
But
Well,
outright.
if a Sorius dies, we don't have someone
You
to
should get
resurrect.
like a regular human dude.
What, you want me to wait?
But it
Waste a
worked.
miracle on a human.
It
Well,
worked
no,
on
we just use
the.
a regular death.
No, but
human.
it worked on the fire elemental.
Well, right, it worked on the fire elemental, but it might be the goop just being intelligent and being just like, "Oh, I'm not gonna eat it, stupid elemental. I'm not
think
gonna like."
I don't think the goop is smart.
He did say
He
maybe.
did say yes and no.
Being
What?
intelligent.
He said
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I said, is it sentient or intelligent? And he said yes and no.
Which is scary.
Well,
But you might
even
very
even if it has
control
a primal, even if it has a some sort of primal hunger sentimentality, it doesn't. It probably can't plot, right? It can't scheme. It's a goop.
In any case, I think we should wait like a day to get Azurius' spell slots back at the very least, since we were experimenting so much.
That's fine with me.
Because I don't think it's gonna spread to like eat the world in a day.
I mean, if it really moves, yeah, but I don't think it will. I don't think it will. We can wait a day, no problem.
It
And
moved.
I get back all those level 5 fire elementals I just summoned. Still a better spell than Fire Seed. That's been useless. I just noticing we're running out of map.
Yeah, Manikai is removing it because I kept moving down. I think.
I mean, sure, we wait a day and come back. That seems reasonable to me.
Sure. You come back, it's covered a bit more ground.
Prepped for combat. Okay, so let's recharge 5. Recharge 5.
Well, Chloe will crawl into Cash's back.
Yeah, good idea. I'm not putting a miracle on.
Here's some breaking of bones, tearing of
Disgusting.
skin. And Cash has a dragon tattoo on her back again.
In that case, we'll have 3 high-powered miracles of extended death ward. Or super extended death ward placed down.
Miraculous death ward.
Yes.
Reckless death ward. Pretty fancy.
As the protection of Asmodeus is laid upon all 3.
If you don't like his embrace, well, sorry, suck it. You've got his voice in your head for 21 hours. Have fun.
So, Death Ward.
Mm-hmm.
I've added it to my table.
Yep,
It already
I'll do the same.
was.
But I think Azurius should be the first to test it, since it's his magic, and surely
I'm the
he's
first to-
confident in his own magic, right?
I'm confident that the death ward works. I'm not confident that it does actually protect us.
But you specifically asked Asmodeus, like, through
He
the
said maybe.
miracle was...
He said maybe, yeah.
You know, you would be the one most likely that Asmodeus cares about.
I'm the person who can also resurrect.
You'll be safe. Come on.
I think sending in the healer is a really bad idea. I think Karen should go. He has rerolls and everything.
That's true. You get rerolls. I mean, I get rerolls as well, actually.
But as you said, you're the healer. Like, you're the guy who resurrects people.
Oh, by the way, something I forgot to say at the beginning of the session. We are so far in the campaign that some things can kill you permanently. If you die permanently, do not despair. Or if you cause another player to die permanently, do not despair. Because there are ways in which you will not be completely out of the campaign, even if your character cannot return.
Now I'm more
Out
worried.
there.
Thanks for filling me with red.
I forgot to say it, but you reminded me with your...
You know, we still have things like True Resurrection and stuff at our disposal, so...
I mean, we also
our-
technically
we
have the
also
clones.
We have our clones, yes.
And you have your clones, so it would have to be quite a bit of things happening for you to actually be completely.
Actually, the clones do make me feel a lot safer with this.
Yes, this is why we set up the clones for these particular instances.
So when Azurius gets fried, at least he has a backup body.
Yes, indeed.
But fine, if Chiron is too chicken, then in that case I think, okay, Azurius will.
If you say that, Chiron has to go in there.
But you have a clone, you're fine. Asmodeus loves you.
I really think Karen should go in there.
I think Chiron should stay as far back as possible.
Karen is a chicken.
Well, I actually, last session, Cash told you guys I don't love you guys enough to do that.
I just realised, I just looked at my saves, I'm sure they're all exactly equal.
Yeah. See, it's a sign. It's a sign. Go for it. Nothing can kill you.
Azurius on the back of flaming wings will go in.
Oh,
With his
shit.
With his 21 hours of death ward.
Zacharias hovers after to pick up the pieces.
Looks to Zacharias.
I love you, Azurius.
Don't
How
worry.
reliable
Azurius,
is your
does
clone?
Azurius try to dodge it when it lashes out for him?
Yes.
Right, roll a reflex save.
Sure. This seems like a thing I would do.
Yeah, you managed to move out of the way.
But how do we know if it works or not?
Raphael looks at Zacharias looks at him,
This
cocks
is
his
not
head,
how you-
and says, "I thought we were gonna test it."
This is not how you do science. You hear Chiron shouting from the back.
Marcus is gonna start playing in it like la 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 la.
He has a
la.
beach
Does it
ball with
continue
him.
to lash at Azurius?
It's like a bird in capture in oil.
Does it continue to lash at Azurius?
Yeah, it does. Roll another reflex save.
How about I say no?
You're not even.
You don't wanna try?
They were just
not the
complained.
point.
They were just complained at me for doing science.
Right, you'll just take the hit then. Right, it sort of just splatters towards the towards Azurius, sort of looking up at him, but almost like a shimmering, sort of searing light of like red and orange fire keeps it at bay just before touching his skin.
A bit close for comfort.
Even as it wants to just move all around him.
Good. That is acceptable.
Now get your butt in here.
Well, we're not going to go inside here. We're going to fly over to the volcano thing and go inside from the top, I assume.
Marcus can't fly.
Yes,
Sure
I
you
can.
can.
I have a 40-foot fly speed as of this level.
Yeah.
Yay.
Getting
Finally,
better.
Let's just make
There
sure
were
that it
far
works
more
for Chiron
important
too.
things in the past.
I know. It's just good to have. It's just so useful.
You know.
So we push Chiron inside. Does he die?
Yes.
Does Chiron want to try avoid it?
No.
Right, he doesn't die.
Okay, good.
Does
Good.
Cash-
Then we're ready.
Cash
Let's
go
go.
free for free, or just assume it works?
Do we want any communal energy resistances, anything like that?
What element?
I don't know.
Death.
Death element. We have that.
Death is not an element.
Already have that.
I mean, acid seems most likely, I assume.
Sure.
I mean, we could do communal acid if that's what you think might come up.
Sure.
I have no idea what will come up. So
Zacharias will get some acid resistance on himself.
I'll just put the 120 barrier up for now. So everyone can. I might have 120 acid hit points.
To all of us?
I mean, It's a group casting spell, so I might as well.
I'll put up heroism as well because that lasts for like 2.5 hours for me.
Oh, good point. That's a good point. Can I have heroism?
Are you giving all of us heroes?
You can have heroes.
We have
yes.
acid resist or acid HP, or yes.
I gave acid HP.
Okay.
That's it.
How much is it? 120?
I can give people acid resist if they want.
No,
I
the acid
don't
is better.
really. The HP is like so much better. Almost.
But it stacks. You can have both.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I'm
Yes.
gonna take it if you offer.
Then again, if you have the spell already prepared, which I guess you would have
I
to.
do.
Why not? Yeah.
And I don't use my level 2s for much, honestly. It's,
Acid and heroism. Did I get?
sure.
Yay.
Exerus will put a single acid resistance on himself because I can spare that slot for myself.
How much resistance is it? 30 or something?
30. Yeah. Well then, let's plumb the depths of this mountain of madness.
Is it Mount Doom?
For all intents and purposes, I think it is.
Black landscape.
I like it here. It's peaceful.
Well, maybe you should live
Very
here.
peaceful. There's no burst bird sound. Almost not even a gust of wind. It's just here, static, pretty much, except for the slow movement below. Almost like molten asphalt or lava.
So, you guys, I'm thinking of growing a tail
Sure.
and having
Oh.
a stinger on it so I can use my poison that way.
That's a strange thing to talk about while
Yeah, that's
floating
weird.
over the
You
mountain.
know what else we can do while we're flying? Just small talk.
Yeah, you know.
We might as well.
You, after a few hours, reach the mountain. Sort of
On the way.
big openings on the side where this stuff's just flowing out.
After a few hours,
Smoke sort of moving all up it, covering it. You see that the top of it has almost like two horns sticking out. Sort of two peaks.
Twin Peaks.
I do have deathless armor on.
Doesn't help that much.
Why is it called deathless then?
The problem, I'm saying it's not going to help against all, the amount we've got here. Most notably.
We are making a cross here. That's not good.
Should we change it into pentagram?
Yeah. There, much better.
Oh, that'll work.
Maybe we should
I fix it.
let's go back to the matter at hand, shall we?
Yeah, I'm just really nervous here.
Marcus knows where the entrance thing is, doesn't he? Because he was
There's
here.
like a bunch, I thought. Like any of them,
Yeah.
really.
There's many.
We picked the biggest one.
Sure. The one that looks ever so slightly bigger than the... I mean, it's really difficult to see.
We should go this way. The air is much fouler down here.
You can see the stuff covering most of the place, but there's sort of, if you scrape along the ceiling, you could probably, with some skill, move without touching the sort of liquid.
I might as well do that. I have skills.
It's better than, drowning in goop.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like goop.
Let's just get in there. I'm getting gray hair, but just
Yeah.
Very well then. Dive, dive, dive!
Go.
Sure. If anyone has any knowledge of history,
Yes.
now would be the time to see the Twin Peaks. Geography would work.
My history's way better.
Let's see
Nobody
what I
knows
know.
geography.
What things. 41.
I'm not even going to roll.
Well, Zacharias certainly, looking into some of this stuff, knows that this mountain, from the Twin Peaks at least, would be called Usad Angor, and be a mountain that was once holy to the Iranians, when they worshipped the great Titan of Death in ages past.
Oh, you should have realized that sooner, Zacharias. Could have just went and asked the Pyreneans about
I
this.
was too preoccupied looking at Marcus frolicking in the goop.
I know.
He
it was
hadn't
pretty
seen the Twin
distracting.
Peaks.
That's true.
So it's a holy Irenaean mountain. Very well.
This explains
And
something.
you said Death Titan?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He used to worship a great titan of death.
Do I know anything about this titan? Did he build a dread citadel in this place, for instance?
Really known. It's known that when the Telerians first arrived to the island, the Iranians had used the power of this Death Titan to break the dwarven kingdoms that was once here.
Mm-hmm.
And using the power of the Death Titan, they did that. Somehow the Death Titan was defeated. I'm not really sure how. Some say that a great silver light came from the sky and struck down the Titan in the midst of a very important battle that the good people of Asmodeus were losing. As it was, then the Telerians formed their different kingdoms, and over time they were united under the Barcan dynasty.
Oh, this makes so much sense now.
Does it?
For certain things, yes. For example, one of the questions which Cash brought up Time brought up for the party, for me and Marcus, was to do with what is a X here? And it's like, that was an interesting question. But the fact we got yes is like, that confused me.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. The fact though that so the Iranians were basically worshipped him as a god, and then he was defeated by a Silverlight, which is Amphario.
Well, I will add that there is some pretty cool stuff in here that is gonna stop Mithra from ever getting back together.
Oh god.
All right, Taylor Swift, let's go.
Though, yes, Klein is correct with this. At least I think so. Sounds like.
If Asmodeus said so.
Yeah, because I was curious because basically the question relates to Azurius' project to basically just banish Mithra from this land. I was like, why would the piece of what's here be here?
Why wouldn't it?
The fact that this place used to be worshipped as used to be the home of a god, well, at least a supposed god, quote unquote,
Titan.
would help.
Well, let's go visit.
So, yeah.
Time to explore and pay him a visit.
Ding dong.
All right, so you want to enter one of the entrances that look the largest.
Mm-hmm. That seemed to be the plan.
Right. Well, as you look in, it's very dark in there. Can't see in the dark.
I have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
120 feet.
I mean,
Everyone looks at
outside.
Kyron.
Would you like dark vision, Kyron?
Well, yes. Please.
One second.
Just poke his forehead.
There you go. You now have dark vision. Actually, I
Oh.
can't cast dark vision. Actually, it's wizard spell only. Ooh. I can't have that running.
Kyron's just going to get a torch.
I have a
Yes.
torch.
Sure.
And you blind Cash. Ah, damn it.
I mean, on that case, Kyron, do you have any your amulet of mighty fist? I touch it with light spell.
That works. Kyron will put away his torch.
How long have you had that torch?
I think
Bought
since
it.
level 1.
Yeah.
Like
I
one of
also
the
have a
first things we
torch in
bought.
my bag of holding. I've never used it, really.
I haven't, but that's just because I have light spell, so I didn't see a reason.
Maybe I have a torch.
Well, we go in.
As you enter the tunnel, you begin to hear a lot of whispers, and as you some of you look back, you see that the entrance you entered through is no longer there. It's just full of this black, oily liquid moving around everywhere. And really, any way seems as good as any other way. It's very hard to tell direction down here. You can't really tell which way is... Well, did you just move up or down, or turn right or left? And when you look behind you, it's like it's changed once again.
If we use a weapon that is powerful enough to make marks in stone easily, say Hellbrand, so we make a slash
Dude, what about my
at intersections and stuff to to show, oh, we have been here before.
They're made of adamantine.
Hmm?
My dares are made of adamantine.
You certainly can make a mark. However, as you move a little back and sort of try to return, you see that the way turns another way than it did before.
Kyron
The
would
mark
like
had
to
disappeared.
cast.
You forgot.
Kyron would like to cast True Sight just to see what happens.
Sure. He sees the same as before.
Yeah, do I
Well, I suppose there's nothing else than to keep moving and see
Are
what we find.
we? Are we
Find out that
still?
you don't really know how long you've been in here now.
Are we? Are we still?
Days, years, weeks, minutes?
Probably
No,
not
we'd be
years.
dead. We'd be dead.
Probably not years, unless we are in a plane, which could be true.
I don't want to be in here for years. I got
No.
stuff to do.
So,
Like humans are still alive.
so looking around, does the area seem magical, Manico? How much so? I'm guessing yes.
The area does not detect as anything.
No,
Just-
no magic, no invisibility, no like alignments or anything. Just nothing.
Nothing.
By the way,
Nothing
speaking of
that's-
that, something interesting that I realized and thought about is that you can use like detect magic to notice the square that an invisible creature is in, because the invisibility spell produces a magic aura.
I think that's relevant right now, though, is it?
No, I just thought it was.
Also, it's
interesting
never
and
useful,
noticed it.
Jake. It's never useful mainly because you have to concentrate to find where it is for 3 rounds.
Yeah, I know. Just something that I thought was cool.
You just kind of just keep walking.
Sure.
And as you do, you begin to, well, I mean, it's sort of almost like warm or cold, or it's hard to decide what sort of area, what's going on.
Did Cash just disappear?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Can't really see her anywhere.
Well,
Oh my god. I knew I should have stayed out of this place.
Cash certainly can't see any of the others either. She turned around and now they're not there.
should we get a rope out? Like everyone hold on to a rope as we walk?
Sure, do that when I'm not here.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's. We could just leave because this is spooky.
Can we?
The exit closed.
Teleport.
Don't leave without me. I'm serious.
I mean,
if all else fails, I can plane shift. Like I can like literally
plane
open a
shift.
hole in reality and just. Yeah, but I have a plane to shift to. That's what I mean.
I can shift your plane.
I don't think you've been there.
I mean, if you went
You're
there,
wrong.
you'd end really badly for you.
No one.
That, well, I guess
Not
until the
me.
death ward ran out.
I mean, rope time it is. We can't really. I can't think of any way to save Cash right now, assuming she's in trouble.
I have no idea either.
Can I get some content to what's going on with Cash?
Sure. Cash is standing in a dark hallway. There's sort of a fork in the road in front of her and behind her. You can't really see the others or hear them. Just the ominous, slow-moving, oily liquid all around her, sort of grasping at her with the faint, sort of red flame holding it at bay. Or some time.
Hours it will run out.
Let's use sending. You use sending on Azorius. Where the hell are you?
Where the hell are you?
I'm at some.
Sending over. Because you can only ask and then tell something back.
That's true. The point is, we don't really have an answer to it, though, do we? Like,
Yeah, like, it's
don't-
not
we
like
don't have
there's
point of
any
reference.
landmarks
Well,
that
if
we can
the
say,
se-
I'm here.
If the sending works, that means we're still on the same plane of existence at least.
we're both in the same plane of existence.
Yeah, so
No,
I mean,
so
she
you're
hasn't
true.
been whisked away to some shadow dimension or something.
I guess.
Or we are all in the shadow dimension.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Would
Is this smoke? The stuff in here? Is it smoke in here?
No, it's sort of a weird vapor-like substance that is apparently appearing once this liquid comes in contact with something that's not it. Although Cash could certainly try to sort of inhale it if she wanted to.
I have a spell where I can inhale poisonous clouds and spit it somewhere else.
Not a poisonous cloud.
Would it count as any of those?
No.
Damn it.
Because
I have the ability to see through all of those with no penalty now, but it doesn't help.
I mean, are we like breathing in drugs right now or something?
Well, we have barriers around us protecting us from
But
drugs.
Death Ward doesn't protect us from.
You know
does
what?
it?
Cash will activate giant form.
Is this place like too small?
You want to be a giant?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You are now.
Can she feel the ceiling?
Yeah. It's not that big of a tunnel.
Oh, she'll smash the ceiling and the walls.
Sure, she can begin to punch them.
Well, she'll use her daggers there in the meantime.
You can begin to scrap and cut and slice in the stone.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting out of this crap.
It might take you.
Or maybe you guys will hear me. That's kind of what I hoped.
Do we hear anything?
It's an attack. No, it's eerily silent. You don't even hear each other's footsteps.
Yeah. Well, we have a rope, so that's something.
We have a rope. Okay. Let's see what I have in my arsenal for this.
I don't have anything, so.
Okay, Malachi. Locate creature. Is Cash happens to be within 1,200 feet of me?
What are the illegible answers? Yes or no?
You can sense the direction of a well-known visualized creature. As long as I have perfect mental images, are they basically where are they, and are they in that? Are they within range, and if so, what direction?
She is within range and all around you.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Zacharias
Are we
get told this.
inside Cash? What?
Shut up, that's gross.
So trying to find its position just everywhere registers as Cash.
No matter which way, it will be the same.
You see Zacharias sort of cocks his head to the side, and the faint blue cold orbs in his skull sort of narrow a bit, almost as if he was listening to something.
Don't like this.
And looks around to the rest of you. Clacks his teeth. Did you hear that?
No.
There's very little to hear.
There's a voice. Very faint. It's telling me that we should split up.
And you believe ominous voices in your head.
Zacharias looks at Asurius. You take me for a fool? Of course not. I am merely informing you.
I mean, we would cover more ground, and it seems that we are getting lost either way. But it doesn't seem like the most sensible thing to do now, does it?
No. I think we should press on. If Cash is nowhere and everywhere, perhaps the tunnels will lead us to her. Maybe this space is somehow warped. The dimensions are off. And maybe we can't find our way. Maybe we can only be led to a certain place. What level is that detect creature?
Locate creature.
Mm-hmm.
For a wizard, it's 4th.
Mm.
As you turn a corner,
Yes.
See something that just moved through the wall, looking like sort of a faint, like a black creature.
Mm-hmm.
Moving, well, seemingly seamlessly through the walls, leaving the place you enter.
Ooh.
Well, what could that be? Zacharias wonders to himself.
It looked like a wraith. Some sort.
Not a big
But
surprise.
bigger than usual.
Oh, is it Ezra? Is he back?
He can't be back.
No, we destroyed him completely. I think.
His soul was eviscerated.
He was. Maybe his pal.
If not, he's no longer thrice damned. He's like, what? Quad damned?
Fourth. Quad damned. Yeah.
I did just consider if you're in a seat, just go through the wall and see what's inside. Hello. But that would involve splitting up, which is a bad idea.
If these tunnels are leading us,
Hello.
The rope did nothing!
Hello.
Did you let go of the rope, Azurius?
No.
Oh, hi!
Hello there. Is Sue supposed to be around here?
Cash turns a corner and finds herself looking at a ghastly spectre, just a faint, hollow image of something that once was, now floating here, looking at her with soulless eyes.
Hey. Lost two? I need to get the hell out of here. Show me the way. Take me to your leader? Well, fuck you then.
What a compelling conversation.
Only slightly one-sided.
Glide through the wall once more.
Well, I can do that. Can I see Azorius?
No, but the way ahead of you doesn't fork.
So I have to go back to where I was before.
I would assume you just follow the tunnel further.
If it doesn't fork, it'd just be a straight tunnel.
Revert last move. Well, oh, I can't do that.
As you continue, turn around a corner, you see another ghastly wraith. Was also just turned around the corner.
Do I see a Zacharias?
Yes, that's the one. Holding a rope.
I'm the worst.
Hey, Zacharias, I just saw your mom.
Zacharias looks around. Really? How do you know it was my mother?
Dead eyes, look like a wraith.
He nods slowly.
So do I see Zacharias?
Yeah,
Is it Zacharias?
maybe.
Or should punch him? She's
She's
gloves on.
paralyzed.
She has
Sure.
gloves on. There's no point.
And death ward. So. All right. Cash walks up. A thing looking like Cash walks up and punches out to hit Zacharias. You can roll your attack roll.
It's not. I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm just.
Trying to hit him or not?
I'm trying to find out if it's really.
Pat him.
Okay, I'm gonna pat him.
The Cash look-like thing tries to touch Zacharias.
And technically, this Brooks tackle was
Very slowly and ominously.
Steps
Zacharias
back.
moves away.
If you're Zacharias, how do I know?
Zacharias Looks at Cash. At the Cash thing. How do I know that you are Cash?
My favorite play toy is Trick. Also known as Titus Rackburn. He has an annoying brother called Track that we sometimes prank call.
Still prank call on Track.
Sometimes. I got this awesome bow!
Mm-hmm.
You never get it. Okay, your
Void
turn.
Senate student is oddly competent. I don't know how he survived the labyrinth, the angels, all the good things that have attacked us. I still don't know his name.
He told you many times.
Is Azorius and the others?
What?
They're standing there.
Do they have a rope connected to each other?
They
They're
look
waves.
glum-faced.
Why are you so glum?
You know, we kind of lost you for a while. And just to prove it's me, I took you out to dinner last week.
That's true.
We've been walking for hours, it feels like.
Then add me to your freaking rope before I disappear again.
Zacharias will hand a piece of the rope to Cash.
Well, thanks. She'll tie it to her.
Conga line!
Kind of angry.
Ba, 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 ba.
I want to get out. I don't want to stay in here. There is a weird wraith in here. Quite big.
Zacharias looks sad. Oh.
Luckily, Wraiths have a hard time with death wards, but
Well, I still don't want to stay in here.
I mean, we haven't tried teleporting out yet, but that would be giving up, which is fine by me. Sure.
I thought Kyron didn't like to give up.
I mean, you wouldn't mind giving up something you didn't want to do in the first place.
True. So what are we gonna do?
Keep walking.
Who's walking in front and who's walking in the back?
Well,
I can be like in the front
not
for, like,
anymore.
the second. So now I'm on the back.
Well,
Back
that's
the whole
how
time.
that's how Manikai put us.
Well, I mean, you can
Sure, Zacharias is leading the way, I guess. He has awesome perception.
you have the perception, so
Well, it's good to have dead people on both sides.
we're a little bit melee heavy at the back, but we'll handle that.
Once again in front of you,
Oh, there she is.
the being moves out in front of the little... I mean, almost as if it's just passing through. Then sort of turns its, well, empty face towards you and looks upon Zacharias,
I told you.
regarding him sort of with a cold, murderous disinterest.
Zacharias. Alright, Zacharias looks upon the thing. And he
Time for
says,
Necro.
and says in Necrol, yes, I am Zacharias, Wraith, Zacharias the ever-living. Tell me of this place, Wraith of the North.
It had a "Hello, my name is Wraith of the North" name tag.
It's a Wraith
Oh, it's
in
a
the
wraith.
North.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. If it's that logic, we go. Yeah, okay, sure. I buy it.
Sort of, it just sort of opens its empty mouth. And sort of
Heavy metal.
looks upon Zacharias and looks behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And anger blazing up sort of in it. You know, it almost moves to engage, but it's held back, almost as if pacified in this place.
Mm-hmm.
And it will speak with the tyrant's voice. You have come at last. It was only a matter of time, truly. Getting lost in the entry hall, I see.
It was certainly only a matter of time before we came, yes. Because whatever you are doing, you are threatening all of Talengard. And we do sadly have some vested interests in the place.
It is ironic that I should be called the one to threaten it, when truly I would be the savior. You know so little of those who travel with you and what they plan. Look upon them. Have them tell you their lies. Can you truly trust their words?
I did give you back the ring.
Zacharias looks at the thing. I have not betrayed me so far. I don't see why they should start now. In this place, of all things. They are not really on their own turf here.
It looks to Chiron. The ritual you requested is ready. I'm sure you have seen the side effect. That is why you have come, is it not?
I knew it. You did this, Chiron.
Fuck you, Chiron.
This is supposed to be the side effect?
You
That's
all,
a bit excessive.
You all thought the evil lich was to blame, but it turns out it's the Livies again.
Fucking Libbies.
He just wants to turn us against each other, you fools.
I know.
Bring me the body you wanted to use, and I might even have a better proposal than my initial one. There's so much more clear to me now.
Chiron, what's going on?
It's not quite time for that yet, and I would rather not see all of Talengard swallowed by black goop.
As you would rather... You do not know, then. And it seems you are insistent to remain ignorant.
Well, tell me then if I'm so ignorant.
Rob you of the surprise. Then again... He looks back to Zacharias. I had such hoped that you would not bow to them.
Zacharias looks at him. I am Zacharias. I bow to nothing.
And that yet they would force you to kneel. When they are done, you have no choice. It was almost done before.
Zacharias' eyes thin.
I am the only alternative to kneeling. You know it is true. You have guessed it already, have you not? That this can only end in 3 ways. The god of light, the god of dark, or no god